February 2013 Stat Atomic Energy. The ion valve converter ion valve shown here has an axial negatively charged tungsten cathode wire that extends the length of its cylinder and is capable of emitting secondary negatively charged ions. The anode cylinder is positively charged and is made from a semiconductive material that will readily capture electrons. Valve. Within a few milliseconds, the accumulated negative ions are attracted to the positively charged onrushing atomic ions. When the negative and positive charges collide, they neutralize each other, generating high-frequency electrical oscillations. The ion valve provides a stable potential difference that prevents energy from flowing back to its high-voltage power supply. It allows AC to flow through it. It is an energy dam for the lack of a better description. The valve has a charge-locking effect in one direction. This is why Morea stated that his valves were not rectifiers in the sense that they operated as radio valves in changing AC or HF to DC. There is an actual valve action in stopping the flow of potential energy in one direction. Diodes used to change AC or radio frequencies to DC are current rectifiers. The ion valve is a charge separator. Its function might be thought of as an oscillatory action similar to the waves of the sea, without rectification, preventing energy from returning to the energy source. The Seed of Energy, 5th edition, page 209. There appears to be a common thread shared between several alternative energy devices. It is the pre-glow discharge. The report on the hand-coiler device released by the British government indicates that there is excess energy released when electrical contacts are opened and closed. The Lester-Hendershot device utilized a buzzer circuit with opening and closing electrical contacts. In the Alfred Hubbard coil, pre-glow discharge flowed through electrical contacts, the distributor cap and radium-soaked spark plug. Thomas Moray invented the glowing, cold cathode discharge tube that was the heart of his radiant energy receiver. Herman Plaza was granted the United States patent number 1,540,998 that used spark gaps to convert atmospheric energy. Frank Wyatt Prentice was granted Canadian patent number 253,765 that detailed his invention, which lighted 50-60 watt carbon lamps with an input of only 500 watts. His invention utilized a spark gap-driven high-frequency tune resonant system. Chauncey Britton used ion valves constructed with a central wire that was surrounded by a coil of wire which is described in his United States patent number 1,826,727. Britton's valve was said to have lit up his home in the 1930s according to a local newspaper article. Alexander Chernetsky experimented with what appears to have been a type of ion valve that was filled with hydrogen gas. It is said that he got up to 5 times more energy out of his device than what he put into it. Paulo Antheria and Alexander Antheria obtained patents for their pulsed pre-glow discharge system that recovers energy and recharges its battery power source. Edwin Gray was granted the United States patent number 3,890,548 for his spark gap-driven capacitive discharge motor. This motor ran efficiently by instantly discharging the energy stored in capacitors via spark gaps. Discharge occurred when the magnetic fields of the rotor and stator coils were in complete alignment, at which time the most torque was obtained. The problem was that the high-energy arcing would wear down the spark gaps rather quickly. He solved this problem by replacing the spark gaps with a controlled switching tube. His United States patents number 4,595,975 and number 4,661,747 describes this tube in detail. It was designed to eliminate spark gap wear. On close examination, we find that the capacitive discharge between the anode and cathode in this switching tube wastes energy by generating heat losses that are not recovered. I have found that radiant energy is generated when a plasma field is in contact with the atoms of an electrical conductor. Most importantly, the quantity of radiant energy is greatly increased when the plasma field occurs between the interelectrode couple of 2 differing electrical conductors. The plasma glow discharge conserves energy. It is an effective energy quenching mechanism. In the embodiment in Figure 3, the negative charge on a wire in the ion valve negatively ionizes any gas that contacts it. These ions rush towards the positively charged cylinder. When a gas or metal vapor ion carries an excess electron and hits head-on with a positively charged onrushing gas or metal vapor ion, such as mercury, a violent union of the 2 oppositely charged ions occurs. During this union, the ions violently oscillate, and thereafter, charge neutralization occurs. The C-electron model helps to explain this effect. According to the C-electron model, metals are bonded to each other through electron sharing. The model suggests that metal atoms be bathed in a sea of electrons. If this model is taken one step further, it can be illustrated that if metallic atoms become dissociated from each other, Their electrons can't generate electrical oscillations with high-frequency radiant energy. This occurs because the electrons no longer take part in the interatomic binding force that existed before the dissociation took place. It becomes clear that the freed electrons can give amperage back to the electrical circuit to which generated its free state. Henceforth, the equation by Xe equals P holds true in this system, where I represents the electron's amperage, electromotive force, ionic voltage, and P the power generated. The ion regulator valve is an important component to the radiant energy converter. Electric motors can be made to draw less current from a power supply. Communication systems that take advantage of the ion valve as an oscillator could obsolete present-day radio transmission. Electrical power transmission and its generation could also receive a fresh new start. The possibilities are refreshing. It is an honor to offer humankind this technology. It is my goal to build and bring devices to market that will introduce new products that will better the quality of our lives.